Hi everyone, welcome to Club Rats. My name is John.
Faraz.
Fernando.
What's up, guys? I'm Jesiah.
Today we're gonna recap the NCAA tournament first and second round, give out our picks for the Sweet 16, Elite 8, possible national championship winners, our overall thoughts on the tournament. Basically, let's just go for it. What have you guys thought so far? What would you say are the biggest upsets of the tournament so far?
I mean, the big upset, I think we call, say, Florida losing to Iowa. It's a no-brainer. They were a 12-point favorite, 1 seed to the 9th seed, right?
Yeah.
You think that's a bigger upset than High Point?
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, really?
Just
People had Florida winning the whole thing. Nobody had Wisconsin winning the whole thing.
I got to see Florida up close, and I knew from November, I've been saying this, they didn't have the guards. Even on the last play, the guard gets the ball.
He turns the ball over.
He just goes under the basket, just like
I think
drops
it's more
the ball.
so that press. That press, I don't know what they were thinking with that.
I thought Golden made a horrible coaching mistake there. He set the play up for him almost.
He used the timeout, his one timeout he had left, he used it to set up his defense. That horrible defensive set they had allowed Iowa to get up court, and the only way to lose is giving up a three, and they gave up a wide open three.
I don't know who was at the line, but they missed the free throw to go up three. Whereas if he hits that, then they can foul. They basically can foul and run the clock out and they win the game.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
In the tournament, if you miss your free throws, it can come back and haunt you.
Yep.
So,
but I think that loss is still on Golden. I know the guy missed the free throw, but Golden used his last timeout.
He shouldn't have pressed.
He shouldn't have pressed, but he used his last timeout to set up his defense that got cooked anyway. And then there's only 4 seconds after that. You could use the timeout to drop something to go full court. A better play than what happened. I mean, at least get a shot. They didn't even get a shot attempt.
No, I blame the guard for that. No, that was bad. You got to know. He's a veteran guy. He played at Princeton. I think he was on that team that beat Arizona. I don't remember.
You have limited time. Shoot the ball. You got to get something at the basket.
Yeah, but that was really bad. And I think we're all going to point to the High Point one.
Also,
we
got to give John credit. He was the only guy that had High Point winning on the podcast. You did have High Point winning.
I was on High Point. And
you were high on High Point.
I thought that game was because Wisconsin doesn't play real basketball.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think that's as big as an upset because High Point was throwing up crazy shots.
They were down 5 though
with like 3 minutes left,
and that kid went nuts.
Yeah,
I mean he caught fire.
John shooting from the logo.
I mean that shot he made was crazy. He comes down full speed and hits like a 35-footer.
Yeah, when people are hitting
that wasn't bad defense. I mean he just made a crazy
You can't guard that.
Yeah.
Whereas Florida, it's all on them.
What are you going to say, Fred?
I was going to say, like, this actually speaks to the larger problem where, like, are these really upsets of note? You know, like, I don't really think so. In the sense of, like, a 5-12, that happens, and that's expected.
This isn't Northern Iowa beating the Morris twins in Kansas.
Yeah. It's like
10, 12 years ago, whatever that was.
It feels like...
Or St. Pete when they went on their run.
Yeah, to the Elite 8.
Well, that's partially due with NILs, which we've been preaching kind of against NILs.
Those are the upsets of this tournament, though.
Yeah.
To me, Iowa
Texas was an upset, but
it's
not
Texas.
really.
I mean, they're
like the most wealthiest university.
The Cinderella story is the wealthiest.
Sean Miller in Texas, he's really he's behind the 8 ball there.
Yeah.
But
8 ball cocaine.
We didn't have them even being NC State prior to the tournament. Then they beat NC State to enter the tournament off of a game winner, which was amazing. They beat BYU.
This happens though. Like the first 4 teams that go on a run, especially a first 4 team that's coming from a big conference. You just mentioned NC State. NC State did the same exact thing.
Yeah. They went to the Final Four.
They went to the Final Four right out of the first 4. So like this isn't unheard of to where you see these like big conference schools that are typically mediocre to underachieving in the regular season catch fire in their conference tournaments, and that's what you see. That's why Texas, little Cinderella out of Austin,
that doesn't really make sense.
Like Iowa beating Florida.
Yeah,
I know on point spread, but it's a Big Ten team versus an SEC team.
But it's still a 1 seed losing in the round of 32 when they just won by 60.
I think.
But I mean,
like speaks to the Big Ten's depth, though.
1 seed's losing the second round, like that happens. Besides, I guess you could say recently it hasn't because of that. It's been all chalk most of the time.
Well, at least the last 2 years, it's been all chalk.
But I mean, excuse me, it does happen. Like you mentioned, that the famous one, the Kansas Northern Iowa.
Yeah.
But I've seen Arizona lose in the second round. Xavier was a 1 seed a couple years back, and they lost in the second round.
None of us even remembered them.
And the game
they were the
watched,
number 1 overall seed.
And the game we watched last week, Virginia losing to UMBC. Like that's probably the worst loss in history, right? Like
I would say
16 seed losing,
I would say
or
so.
winning.
The way, because like when Purdue lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, they didn't get killed in the game, right? Wasn't it close?
It was close.
It was like
yeah. And
Virginia
UMBC
got rolled.
And watching that game, UMBC was not good.
No,
they were.
We were watching. They're shooting shots straight up the backboard. They were airballing left and right. They just got hot.
Like I think there's these 1 seeds. I think they all would have beat that UMBC team.
They would beat the Virginia team too.
But we're making fun of Virginia. They have Ty Jerome and Guy.
4 NBA.
They have NBA players.
Latte, who played.
I mean, they're not.
I mean, they won the championship next year.
That's an inexcusable loss in Virginia. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, so like when
that was bad.
When you frame it in that context, there hasn't been anything this year that's been crazy.
Nothing like that.
Actually, the craziest game in that sense,
VCU,
North Carolina, because I mean you can say
they were down by what
19,
yeah.
And it cost Hubert Davis's job. Even though I feel like that's also.
That was inevitable.
It was inevitable, but it's also like a little reactionary in the sense like, okay, they didn't have Caleb Wilson down the stretch.
Yeah, they're their best player.
You can't.
I guess you're
game though.
Yeah, but like, he was bound to be toast just because if you're North Carolina, all your success or non-success is going to be measured in comparison to Duke.
Yeah.
And so like,
your predecessors, Dean Smith, Roy Williams.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking Hall of Fame all-time coaches.
So I mean, that's probably the most impactful game and most shocking.
It was a record. That's a first-round record comeback.
19
of all time.
With how much left?
I think it was like 10 or 11 minutes.
Yeah,
I just assumed the game was over.
I assumed the game was over too. I had them as an upset, which it wasn't really an upset. North Carolina was only favored by what 5 or 6 points.
It was. I think it was
7.
I thought it was smaller than that. I thought it was like a 3-point spread.
I thought it was.
I think it was 2.5.
Yeah, but when you're talking about a 19 point lead, that
No, it's kind of crazy.
It's pretty wild.
The Billikens came out hot. They put up 102 in their first game and beat the SEC team by, 40?
Yeah, they smoked them.
And first half against Michigan, they weren't looking bad, but they, kind of got figured out.
Well, you're talking
and
about
you also see
depth.
Yeah, and you also see how big Michigan really is. Like, what's St. Louis's main guy's name?
Robbie Avila.
Yeah, like he looks like a beast against the first round. In the first round, then he looks like he's a small guy against Michigan
at times.
Yeah,
like, Mara literally did a fake pass over his head. And he turned around to look for the ball, and then Mara just spun around and laid it. Yeah, it was like
there were some good dunks.
It was bad. It was embarrassing. It was a ugly move.
Yeah.
The thing I didn't know about that game in particular, I didn't know the St. Louis coach and Dusty May were like best friends.
So really?
They run like their exact same style, scheme. It's all the same mentality. Okay. One guy's doing it with Michigan players, one guy's doing the same. It's not.
There's some
team with better talent's going to win that
on both sides.
What's that?
Some good dunks.
There was.
What's that guy's name from Michigan State? He's like the
Colin
best
Carr?
in-game dunker.
Carr,
he had a great game.
Yeah, he had a great that dunk.
That was probably the best game of Carr's college career so far. Yeah, he was unbelievable. He was getting blocked.
And he hasn't done that all year.
No, he has not.
He balled out.
If he hits threes, Michigan State could win the national championship.
So there's a theory going around that the reason why Michigan State wasn't a good shooting team was because one of their home court rims is slightly bent.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it's kind of telling because Michigan State all year long hasn't been shooting well. Now in this tournament on neutral courts, Michigan State's been shooting the ball well. So I'm kind of buying stock in that. Like,
I feel like they would, they do maintenance on those stuff.
I don't think they shoot the ball well because I just think Izzo plays basketball
like it's
1982 with Judd Heathcote and Magic Johnson, and it's just not.
There's a former player that just said like.
It's your Celtics.
Yeah, what's his name?
Luka Garza.
Garza, yeah.
Iowa player.
He's the one that said the theory too. He was like, "There's something going on about the rims in Michigan State. Everybody that plays there has the worst shooting game of their career.
5 years.
But it's only on one
my
side
dad,
of the
who is a
court.
Michigan State person, said he wouldn't be shocked if it was true.
Yeah, and they
I feel like
Faraz, and also they always
conspiracy corner. Here we go.
Yeah,
I don't think so, but
and the theory goes, Michigan State always chooses like the crooked rim in the first half, so in the second half they have the comebacks.
Yeah. But when has Michigan State ever really been known as a great shooting team?
With Valentine?
Oh my God. Speaking,
Valentine.
oh God,
He can shoot there. I mean,
Billy sent me the
You're
most
probably right,
insane
Fern.
tweet
You're probably
regarding
right.
Denzel Valentine today. I'm surprised he didn't send it in the Club Rats chat.
Didn't
because-
Middleton beat him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big upset. That was like Middle Tennessee State
They
beating
made the
Michigan
Sweet
State
16.
15-2. That was a shocking upset. Because people were picking Michigan State to win the whole thing.
Well,
that
there
year.
was what was it? There was Wright State versus Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Wright State was it hung in there, right?
Wright State won. That was what I remember. Or was it Wright State? Kylo Quinn, the guy who played in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on that team. Whatever team was a 15 seed that upset number 2 Missouri.
That's what it was. Wright State hung in with Virginia until the last minute.
One thing about Hubert Davis, though, Faraz, it is...
You got to see that
It's great.
It's related to Denzel Valentine.
Valentine.
It's the most insane thing I've seen today.
In his career, Hubert Davis, you do remember he blew like a 15-point lead in the national championship game against Kansas.
Bill Self beat him.
Yes, but they were down big in that game. So, if I was the
Oh, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm the athletic director,
That's
and I'm
right.
like, this, you have a 19-point lead, and I could see like this is what his teams do. Like, you are what you are. You know, they should have won that national championship probably. If you're at 15 at half, you should probably win the national championship. So
I totally forgot about
and then they did it again against VCU. Obviously different teams, but same thing.
Las Vegas to host Super Bowl.
Yeah, 63, 2028.
Oh, and we also got word today. Vegas and Seattle are officially getting teams.
Yeah.
They officially passed.
I mean, that's not what they said, but this is the first step towards
They
that.
passed the bill.
They're going to
essentially.
be exploring expansion in these 2 markets, which I mean, it's the worst kept secret
for the last 3
for the
years.
yeah, I mean, we can get into that a little bit later, but
yeah,
did you see that?
yeah. So
It's
they
that tweet.
sold their birth certificate.
That's I was like, I can't believe that.
What happened?
It was
Denzel and his brother, I guess.
Check out the thing I just sent in the chat. It was Denzel and Drew Valentine selling like. Normally, when you see like, okay, they're selling memorabilia and merch, it's like, okay, but no, it's
jerseys,
like we're selling
shoes.
the birth certificates and the high school diplomas. It's like, who would be
Who
interested?
the hell would want his
Somebody
high school
paid
diploma?
$12,000
Who
for it.
cares?
But it's just like it would be like,
Really?
Yeah.
unless you're an identity theft
2 boxes
or
of college
identity
letters.
thief, like why would
He literally sold his mail.
why would you sell?
Like, what-
Why would you sell
I think
your
it's
kid's
more-
birth certificate?
I think it's more wild as the birth certificate.
Yeah, I was like, that is like a legally accepted form of identification. It's like, what's going on?
They must be down bad.
And really dumb.
But wasn't he a lottery pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or first round
14.
pick?
He's not in the league.
Yeah.
He's not in the league anymore.
No, he's
and
been out of the league for.
I think Drew Valentine, the brother,
never made it.
I think he's
No,
a
he was like a-
coach.
he
I
was
think
like a
he's a
scrub.
coach.
He is a coach, yeah.
But anyway, back to March Madness. Fair to hype you up. You were very high on A&M killing.
Yeah, you're right. That
Oh,
was your
yeah.
lock.
That was my
St.
lock.
Mary's.
That was as someone who watches a WCC day in and day out. That was a no-brainer.
And that was a program killing loss
Yeah,
for
'cause they
St.
lost their
Mary's.
coach.
They lost their coach, Randy Bennett. He
Yep.
went off to Arizona State.
Yep.
So R.I.P. St. Mary's.
Yeah, who knows who they're going to get to replace him because they
They had
for
a coach in
years.
waiting,
Did they?
basically.
Who do you guys think will take the North Carolina job?
Mark Few. Okay.
See, I said
I
it
don't
to John.
think-
No, it's funny you say. I said
I
it to John prior to the show, but I don't see it happening.
No,
I think
he's
it's going to be an
never gonna
NBA
leave.
guy.
Can't see
I've been hearing murmurs that it'll be Billy Donovan from the Bulls.
I think the Iowa
That'd make
State
sense.
coach.
Billy Donovan makes sense. I mean, I think
That'd make
obviously
sense.
their first. I think they're really gunning hard for Tommy Lloyd.
Another name I heard, but he turned it down. They try getting Brad Stevens.
That makes sense.
And
that he
Stevens-
turns-
But
like,
Stevens is in
shut
every he's the name
Yeah,
that always
he's the
pops
name.
up.
Yeah,
I mean, you basically if you build Butler into a potential
a
national
winning program.
contender,
Yeah,
that makes all the difference.
but yeah, I could see him. Saying screw the Bulls. I'm going to.
I think that's
North Carolina.
It's possible, but if I had to make a bet, it would probably be Tommy Lloyd.
Yeah,
I
Tommy-
mean,
You think leaving Arizona to go to North Carolina, you think you would do that?
North
I don't
Carolina is
think
one of
so.
the few jobs.
I would put Arizona on that
I would
level.
put Arizona. I would.
it's not that far off.
I
Of course, it's, I mean, like
I think it's
I think the Iowa State
historically,
coaches leave.
historically, it's still North Carolina. But like in terms of right now,
but he's got Arizona rolling.
Is
He
there a
does.
chance
Like-
Iowa's coach leaves?
No,
because he's been leveling up for the last handful of years.
He's an Iowa guy, so
He-
And I think that's too small for North Carolina.
I think the Iowa State coach.
Iowa State, Otzelberger. I think Otzelberger might be the guy.
That's why I think he's going to take. That's
Me
why I think he's
too.
going to get the job.
I think they want Lloyd. Tommy Lloyd is their number one, but I think Otzelberger will be the
Iowa State. He'd be
he'd be upgraded.
It's a huge jump to go to Iowa State to North Carolina.
Yeah.
For Tommy Lloyd or May, they're at Blue Bloods already.
It's kind of already like a level.
And they got them rolling. They have 1 seeds. They're going to win 30 games every year. It feels like.
But it's not so much about that. It's like this is North Carolina. This is like the house that Jordan built. In terms of prestige.
I think that matters though. This would North Carolina basketball reminds me of Michigan football. They always hire in-house. They usually always hire somebody that's North Carolina ties. I don't like everything you're saying is true. But like Tommy Lloyd is a West Coast guy. I don't think he cares about North Carolina. Dusty Mays from Indiana. I don't know if.
Well, I don't like the thing is you have to care about North Carolina. It's whether you decide whether it's worth leaving or not. But they're definitely picking up the call, and just to at least see what's on the offer.
Golden is. I mean, I saw him at the top of the list too.
They don't want him, from what I've heard, because he also has the off-court baggage.
I don't think he fits. See, that's the thing.
What's this off-court baggage? I haven't heard about this.
He was under investigation, I think, for like sexting or like flirting with like co-eds on campus or something.
His personality does not fit.
Not bad.
Like the student newspaper. Actually, it was before the start of last year. They were going to do something.
But since they won, they're like, it might be okay.
I could be completely making this up, and if I am, don't correct me in the comments.
Don't correct me.
Yeah, because this is the truth that I'm accepting. But I just feel like that the school squashed whatever investigation the student newspaper was looking into.
I like with Sharon Moore. If he had beaten Ohio State.
He would still be the
coach of Michigan.
Dude,
I think it's happened for years at places.
Did you see my bracket name?
I mean, look at Bob Knight at Indiana. He was,
I
mean, he did everything. He didn't do anything like that, but he physically was like hitting people.
Speaking of being scandalous, though, we got to talk about Bama. Bama made a little bit of a run. Some of us had him losing in the first round. I think all of us had him losing in the round of 32 at least.
Freaking Hofstra, man.
But now they're in the Sweet 16 and they're as high as can be.
I don't know. I mean, I still feel like they're
going to play a juggernaut named Michigan.
Yeah, they're running and they're going to run into that.
They're a great offensive team.
Yeah.
They're not a big team, I don't think. They're not a good defensive team.
What's crazy about them blowing out Tech, the way that they blew out Tech, Phylon didn't even have a good game, and that's their like NBA guy. It was the others. Right? It was the others.
They made 19 threes.
Yeah, it was the others. That
if they make 19 threes against Michigan, they're going to beat them.
Speaking of Bama, though, Nate Oates is actually one of the other coaches. For the same reason.
I don't think he fits either.
For the same reasons as Golden, especially now, with like he's been in the news a little too much for not.
He's had a murder and a drug and a guy. The weed is to me. I think I can't even compare the two.
Well, and then they like
just weed and murder.
Yeah, I mean,
the murder
and the guy that did the murder got to play.
Yeah,
the guy with the weed got kicked off the team. How does that make any sense?
It's Bama.
I mean, how does that make any sense to me? I mean, weed's legal in half the states. I don't even know.
It does look like he was like selling it,
but
it doesn't look like it was like he's. He's just catch a nice buzz and they're punishing him. It's like, no, I think he was actually
to sell.
He was selling.
I'm sure he was.
It's got to be the weed.
But all that together, North Carolina's not going to bring a guy in with
they're not. They're not, especially because you also, as much as they're not going to say it, but the fact that they're dealing with the circus and the other sport with football. That is going to play a role into whatever hire they make on the basketball.
Because it doesn't. I don't see how the Belichick saga ends well.
No.
It looks like an unmitigated disaster.
So I feel like the AD...
so far.
Whoever takes over that program, you got to ask, like, what, you just giving all the money to the football team now? Like, I wonder if that's a reason why North Carolina hasn't been as prominent in hoops as they have been in the past
I don't
years.
think so, because...
Are they trying to build up the football program?
That's the expectation at every power conference school, though, is that, the money's going to go to the football program first, because that's how the money is raised. That's how you make the money too. Unless you're dealing with like a UConn situation where it's truly just like you only have one golden sport to fund the rest.
Yeah.
Even a school like UNLV, where traditionally it's been basketball. They're putting their focus where they should, which is the football program, just because by numbers,
it's generating.
It just makes more money. So that's always going to be an issue with these power conference schools, and even non-power conference schools that have field both a D1 basketball and football program.
Yep.
We got to mention Santa Clara and Kentucky. That half-court heave
great game
by Kentucky to go into OT. I mean, we also got to kind of complain about the refs. The Santa Clara coach tried calling the timeout, and then the scorekeeper let that PG take 2 steps and a dribble before she started the clock.
Wow. I didn't see that.
I'm probably going to make a short of it and show it. It's wild. It's crazy. Because I had Santa Clara winning, so I was kind of pissed off.
I had Kentucky.
But
I was happy.
But them winning in that fashion, that was amazing. And they just destroyed an OT. But Santa Clara hitting that shot to even have, like, it was the end of the game. They hit the 3 to go up with 2 seconds left. Like, that was crazy.
That's a heartbreaker.
The thing that sucks, though, is that, like, when you started bringing up, we got to talk about this game, it's like, a first-round game that feels like it happened forever ago, and both those teams are immediately...
They're both gone.
They're both gone. No. But that was probably the highlight, in my opinion, one of the highlights of this tournament.
In terms of, like, the best
St. John's. Yeah. And St. John's hitting their game winner.
I thought the St. John's Kansas game was a really intense game.
Yeah.
Like, that was a fun game to watch.
I actually thought it was, like, good coaching both sides. For Kansas to even come back in the game, because St. John's had the game kind of tied up. But to end it in that fashion, the game winner is pretty awesome.
And he had not scored in the game. He missed every shot. So, Rick Pitino lives.
Yep.
He doesn't die.
He doesn't die.
The results.
Fair. Your Zags. What's next for your team?
Well, I knew I was on this show last week saying we would lose in this round, and we don't.
Frost gave you high hope. I think he had him going to the Elite Eight.
I picked Gonzaga too.
No, they were. I know it, dude. We're missing our leading scorer. There's no one else that can score. I mean, all you have to do is trap Ike. I mean, it was disappointing. I still had a false fan hope. But as someone who really follows...
they lost to a Cinderella.
They lost by 6.
No, I mean, yeah. But as someone who follows a team deep, I knew we were going to lose that game.
Yeah. Probably my favorite game, excluding the game winners, I really liked the Nebraska and Vandy game. I thought that was great coaching on both sides. Vanderbilt bring out a 1-3-1 zone. I did not have that on my bingo card. I haven't seen a 1-3-1 zone in quite a long time. I was very high on Vandy, and I still ride them. I think they have a great team, and what they're doing over there.
I like that guard, Tanner.
Yeah.
I want to get him in the transfer portal if we can.
It can happen.
He's good. What teams do you think have been the most impressive so far?
Illinois and Michigan State.
Illinois and Michigan, 100%.
Nebraska.
I agree.
I'm talking like in terms of winning it.
Yeah, Illinois and Michigan
I think Illinois could win it.
Illinois, yeah. I mean, I have them in the Final Four.
I got them getting beat by Houston.
I mean, I think Houston, too. Houston's covered every game.
Houston's been very impressive. I think it's been Houston. I think Michigan's been impressive. I think Arizona's been impressive. I don't think Duke has been impressive.
No.
Well,
that probably means they're due for a blowout. I think.
Well, they blew out TCU. But
I know.
They were losing at half.
Yeah.
And they didn't score for almost 9 minutes in that game. If they do that against a better team, they lose.
We are very critical of Shire on the show, but I think Shire, whatever he said to the team at halftime, he made mid-game adjustments, and I think we got to give him his flowers there. I think he's a better coach than we give him credit for.
I like Shire.
I didn't like him after last year, but how they won that game, it shows that he made adjustments. And Boozer, their half-court offense through Boozer is the real deal.
Arkansas has been playing well, too.
Yeah, Arkansas. Well, no, they haven't been playing good defense. They just score. They just outscore everyone.
I think Purdue's been playing well.
Yeah, Purdue's been playing well.
Purdue, actually, yeah.
I think Iowa State's been playing well, too.
Iowa State, yeah, but at the same time, you feel like you
with
have
the injuries they have. I mean,
right.
What?
Like they were struggling against Kentucky, so if they took it to them in the second half.
So which teams are winning it right now, or thus far in the tournament? Besides Duke, that's been underwhelming. I actually have the other side. I think Iowa State's been underwhelming.
But their best player's out.
Well, for one game.
Yeah.
But they still won by like 20 Kentucky, without their best player.
Kentucky
That's not bad.
Sucks, though. They're just like chaos.
I'm not impressed with UConn.
They haven't been impressive. I'm
not impressed with UConn, and they've gone,
this far. Didn't they murder UCLA?
I wouldn't say it was a murder. I think it was an implosion by UCLA themselves.
That was close. Until probably the last 10 minutes?
Last 5 minutes. It was a 4-point game with 6 minutes to go. And then, what's their coach's name again?
Who?
Hurley
Hurley.
or
No,
Mick Cronin.
Oh,
Cronin got a T
Yeah.
when they had the ball, and that was a 4-point swing. They gave 2 free throws to UConn. Again, 4-point game. He gets a technical foul. They have the ball. The other team gets the ball back and 2 free throws.
And no Bellido. He's 20 a game. That's
Yeah.
huge. If he plays, they might.
I
win
would
this
say it was
game.
more of an implosion by UCLA and not UConn. Granted, Caravan had a great game. I think he had 27. He hit like 6 threes, 5 threes. Caravan had a great game.
Yeah, big game. Yeah.
Hurley called it. He said, my players will be ready to play in this tourney. But I would say they've been a pretty underwhelming team thus far.
He wants St. John's to win so he could be a bloodbath with UConn versus St. John's.
That would
That'd
be
be
a
pretty
bloodbath.
Bigger game. I'm rooting for St. John's against Duke.
Yeah, I'm
You
rooting
know
against.
that,
I think
so
the
that's-
whole world is.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee's been very impressive. They beat
I'm impressed. I mean, Rick Barnes is notoriously known for going out early and having talented teams losing. For him to make it to the Sweet 16 with not, this isn't his best Tennessee team ever.
It's not.
It's impressive. I'll give him that.
them beating Miami, Ohio the way they did. Like, some people had that as an upset. And then them taking care of Virginia. Like, Virginia was a sleeper pick for a lot of people to maybe win it all. At least make it Elite Eight.
We watched the Tennessee Kansas
State.
game. It was Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee played.
I thought it was Kansas at the tournament we went to, didn't we?
Yeah, well, you and I. Yeah.
Yeah. And Tennessee kind of they
got
held up in
size.
that class. Yeah, they had
Yeah,
athletes and stuff like that. but-
Yeah, they didn't close. Kansas just came
Yeah.
back on them and killed them.
Oh, the Miami game on Friday. Miami and Mizzou. That game was...
That was a good game.
No, I thought it was a show game. It was people throwing
It's cool.
rocks at a
It was
basketball.
competitive though.
It
so.
was competitive, but neither team looked good.
Some of these games.
I don't even remember them at this point.
Some of these games have been.
Yeah.
We watched pretty much every game,
Yeah.
so I couldn't kind of recite them.
The Hofstra-Bama game was pretty bad.
They killed him,
About
right,
it.
man?
I'm sorry about your Hofstra pick, Faraz.
My genius. I thought I was ahead of the curve.
I thought you were cooking too. Not gonna lie.
Something.
Akron, round of 32,
Yeah,
Clash of the
Akron.
Titans.
I thought you were cooking with some vegetable oil. You know, I thought you were in there, but
I mean, now that as we get closer to the Final Four, I feel like everybody's bracket's just going to be kind of taking shape into chalk.
who had Texas winning thus far? Who had?
No one. But I mean, again, it's one of those.
No one had Texas.
It's one of those things where it's like it's not the a first four team from a big power conference making it this far is
It's
actually
not super shocking.
I think
it actually happens. It happens like
every year.
It happens with some frequency.
Every year, there's like a team that just gets in the play-in 11, and then they
UCLA did it.
Yep.
North Carolina State did it.
Yep.
St.
Um,
George Mason.
And like
Yeah.
NC State made
Mason
the
did.
Final Four.
yeah, NC State. So did UCLA.
Yeah.
UCLA made the
This
Final
has
Four
happened. So
as a first four team. It does happen.
So Thursday's games here. First game of the day, we have Texas against Purdue. Purdue's 7.5. I like Purdue in that game.
I like Purdue too with the points.
I don't know if I'll lay that points.
I like
though.
Purdue with the points.
I think this Texas. This is a classic David versus Goliath story. Underdog. Texas. What's their mascot? The Longhorns.
Yeah.
People are gonna know. People are gonna know what this school is about after this game.
Devil.
Yeah, as the lowest seeded team remaining in the tournament. All eyes. The nation's rooting for Texas.
Just make sure Sean Miller he doesn't have any wire transfers occurring.
well,
He can lie about it under oath.
he's gonna get some job opportunities from trying to pluck an up and coming. This is a joke. That's the 11th. They're the Cinderella team. Is Texas?
It is kind of
I
wild.
have a rant about Texas.
Oh yeah, what's up?
They, as a university, I think they underachieve so much.
With how much money they have?
Well,
Yeah.
but in football, it's one of the best football recruiting hotbeds. They should be better.
Hotbed for everything.
Yeah, exactly. But they don't what championships do they win?
Vince
It's the
Young.
Vince Young one. That's
I mean, that's
one.
amazing
Yeah.
to me. I don't understand it. It's
They probably should have
I mean-
won that game either.
probably not. They probably didn't have the better talent overall in that game.
SC?
SC had
SC
probably
back to
better.
back.
SC
Yeah,
probably had
they
better
were-
players. I'm
yeah.
saying.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's close. I'd have to look at the rosters.
I'd say SC.
Well,
I
Reggie
mean,
Bush.
they were dynastic around that time.
It's funny though. All those guys, they all kind of didn't really live up to the hype in the NFL.
No.
Yeah.
Even
No
Reggie
one
Bush
did.
wasn't as good.
Lundale White probably.
He had a couple good seasons.
Yeah.
So we're all on Purdue, or you at Texas?
I'm going with the little guy, Texas.
Okay. Iowa versus Nebraska. I don't think anybody had this game.
No.
This is actually the most interesting one for me.
It's the Corn Bowl.
I think this is a pure toss-up. I
think so too.
They kind of play similar. They're shooting teams.
And you said prior to the show they split the season. They're 1-1.
Yes. The one game went Iowa lost in overtime. They beat Nebraska earlier in that year by 5. I mean, so this could come down to literally.
I think the
shot.
spread's what, 1.5?
Yeah, Nebraska's favored by 1.5.
I'm going to take
the game
Nebraska.
is in Texas.
I'm going to take Nebraska minus 1.5. I think Hoiberg's got the team humming. I think it's not really Cinderella, but them going from never winning in their history to now winning 2. I think the streak continues.
Elite 8 team. Yeah, for the same reasons I'm going to Nebraska. I feel like they're the best story.
Hoiberg's got the team running right now.
So, like,
he's got a lot of heart.
The fact that you have, as you know, again, as you mentioned, this is a team that had no history of success in the NCAA tournament, despite being a long-time competitor in D1 sports. To now,
kind of like Indiana for football.
That's what me and John were saying before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were like,
it's very similar.
It's very weird that you had Indiana, a big school with no history of football success. And then the inverse, like Nebraska, same thing.
You kind of see who was playing the legal way and not paying the players or, buying them strippers or whatever.
Well, I mean, I feel like these two examples are perfect to show just like what focus from an athletic department does. Like Indiana didn't really focus as much on their football program for decades.
Indiana's a basketball school.
And they're basketball school.
Yeah.
So that's how a lot of these schools have been operating, but like now you see times are changing.
Yeah.
So
NILs make a lot of things possible.
It makes a lot
you
of
still
things
have to
possible.
You still have to be really smart though. You can't
exactly.
Like, because you see schools, Kentucky spent the most money,
22 million.
and
their team's awful.
They weren't very good.
It was just some
Lindenberg said he turned down 9 to go to Michigan,
which is that
smart move.
I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe that because I feel like, why would you go to Michigan then?
Well, he said no better fit, like make him better basketball,
and he probably expected. I mean, he went from being a late first round pick to now being a lottery.
Or he could still be a late first round pick.
I don't think so. I
think it'd be mid to late. Like I don't think it's the thing is you're dealing with a guy who's a
24-year-old player, but late in the lottery, we've seen Cam Johnson was a 4-year guy, and he went in the lottery. But we've seen a lot of 4-year players go late in the lottery because those are teams that are still trying to win now. They're not trying to build off of youth and potential. They're like, this guy could win now. And Yaxel could go to an NBA team right now, and he could help them get 12 to 15 points a game as a 6-man, 7-man on a team. He could guard a player. He's 6'9", 240.
Oh, he's Dominican LeBron.
Dominican LeBron, yeah.
That's what they call him.
That's his nickname for us.
On the same token, it's like, I feel like those opportunities would be available to him coming from University of Kentucky.
No, I know. I'm just telling you what he said. I don't know if I believe any of it. But he said
that kind of money.
Stupid for in basketball.
For 1 year, yeah. Like I don't. That kind of discrepancy would make no sense.
Maybe like $3 to $4 million.
Well, I don't. We don't know what he got paid at Michigan either.
Nothing small.
No, I know, but like,
he was the most desired free agent, essentially.
Probably 5.
Yeah. So I mean,
that
like,
even seems a little high to me.
That does seem pretty high. Like
football players aren't even making 5, dude.
Yeah, but in basketball, I would pay more in basketball than
one player makes.
Yeah,
one guy.
One player
unless
makes
it's a quarterback.
If we don't have Lindenberg, we're not where we are.
You might not even. Yeah, you might have been at like a 12th seed.
No.
I'd still say they.
You didn't have Yaxel. I don't know.
They'd still be a.
He's had games. I mean, against Howard, he has games where he didn't even shoot the ball.
No, but he does.
He's not a dominant.
He does so much more on the court, though.
He does.
He brings the ball at times. He guard the team's best player at times. He could switch 1 through 5. He could guard everyone on the court.
He, like in the second game against St. Louis, where I would say he's a lottery pick, he started hitting threes.
Yeah.
If he starts making threes, to me that changes his whole game.
And that's him being the number 1 focus of the other team.
Hitting threes,
him being on an NBA team, shots. He's going to be the 6th, 7th option. He's going to have wide open corner threes. God. And he's athletic as hell.
I'm not so
I like him a lot.
Ooh, that's crazy dunk by Wemby.
They're going to win the final.
I think they're going to win the whole thing, too. I agree. That's my pick.
I don't think they will, because if they're going to match up against the Knicks, and they just cannot beat the New York Knicks.
Okay, Iowa. Who's got Iowa? Or Nebraska.
I'm on Nebraska.
I got Nebraska -1.5.
I got Iowa.
Hey,
I like Sturts. I think
it's a
he's the
great
best guard in the
it's a
game.
great story too with their coach and the guard. They've been with each other for what 2-3 years.
From Drake to
Yep. He actually started with him somewhere before even Drake.
Yeah. It was a D2 school.
Yeah. I like Sturts.
We would have won by a hook.
Arkansas, Arizona.
218.
I think this is a great matchup. It's a big time matchup. Big athletes, star power.
What's the spread?
Arizona 7.5. I'm going to go Arkansas. I think they can win. I think they cover.
I'll go Arizona, but with the spread, I'm not touching the spread. I'm not going to bet that game at all, but I have Arizona winning it all, so I have them winning that game. But we got to hype up Acuff. Acuff, him signing that Reebok deal, we already know who his NBA comparison is.
He's the best guard.
He has Allen Iverson written all over him, and there's like a still of him and AI having a picture together. It's pretty dope.
Would you say he's the best guard in this tournament?
In this tournament, yes. I think he should move up in the draft a little bit. He's been looking amazing.
I don't know who's better than him.
I think Arizona wins this game by double digits. I don't
think so?
Yeah, Arkansas doesn't play any defense.
We have said it. Ark does not shoot free throws well, and they kind of are like a ragtag group put together. That's why I'm going AZ. I think they're a well-oiled machine at this point. And I think them losing to Iowa State like a month ago, was it? I think that kind of helped them get ready for the tournament. Kind of like Michigan losing to Purdue in their Big Ten tournament. Yeah. Kind of set them up to like, hey, these close games, you got to get ready. And AZ's been clicking.
Well, they're 34-2. So
they're not High Point, and Arkansas barely beat them, kind of. I mean, High Point was in the game the whole game.
That was actually shocking. High Point did have that.
I'm surprised
have that be a game.
Arkansas doesn't play defense because it's the only thing I've ever seen Calipari really do a good job of.
Yeah,
is defense. Usually his teams always play defense. They usually miss free throws, turn the ball over down the stretch, can't shoot.
Those are young, typically hallmarks of young teams.
Yeah, no, they could score at will. They could, but Arizona is not just anybody. You know what I mean? They have.
Arizona's loaded.
So,
I'm trying to pick an upset.
Yeah. I would like to see them win.
Upset pick.
If they were probably anywhere else in this bracket, I could see them moving through because I like Acuff. I like Calipari. But
do you like Brazil?
Yeah, I like Brazil. He played at Bama, didn't he?
I think he's always been at Arkansas.
Really? Yeah, I could have sworn he was at Bama.
He's really athletic.
Faraz, what team do you have?
Zona.
If they win, that would be crazy. If Ark wins.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's a 75-25 on the ESPN, so it's a
anything can happen. Yeah. It's one game.
Illinois, Houston. I think this is a clash of styles. Literally,
this is gonna be a great game.
Houston is pure, just grind you down to nothing. Everybody on their team can run a 6-minute mile. They play extremely hard.
That's crazy.
And Fleming, the guard on their team, he's the one that's arguably the best guard in this tourney. It's him or Acuff. I have Acuff
is better.
But
or
Fleming's
the guard that's playing for Illinois.
What's
Wagner?
his name?
Keaton Wagler.
Well,
he's not going to the NBA yet.
He's a freshman.
He's going
eventually, but he's not going this draft. I think Fleming's.
No, he's a top 5, top 6 pick.
I saw Fleming's at like 6'7".
They're comparatively, but like Wagler's been like a top 10 pick all season since he broke out.
Illinois runs more of like a European, fast-paced type, kind of free-flowing offense. A lot of three shooters.
Yeah, they got a few of them over there.
It. So we're going to see what style is going to win. I'm going to go Houston. I don't like the coach at Illinois.
What's the spread?
2.5, Houston.
See, I like Underwood.
His team's never wins in the tournament. This is the furthest he's been at Illinois, I believe.
He hasn't been there that long.
He's been there 4 or 5 years.
That's not that long.
That's not just super long time.
Okay, but Dusty May's been in Michigan 2 years. He's made 2 16s. I'm talking.
Well, if you're comparing it within that frame, I'm just like sure.
Like the Duke standard,
Illinois wasn't really relevant for a little while. Like now they're kind of back. Like they've been.
Oh no, he hasn't been bad there. I'm not saying fire him. I'm saying
fire him. Get rid of him.
I'm talking about him versus Sampson. Sampson.
Oh, that's what I'm crazy.
Sampson's a juggernaut.
It's remarkable what he's done in Houston. It's actually remarkable.
So Houston's -2.5.
Yeah.
I hate just taking favorites in each one, but I have Houston making the championship against AZ, so I'm going Houston. But would I be surprised if Illinois wins? Not at all. Their team's stacked, and they don't play the Big Ten style of ball where it's kind of like grit and grind. They are a fast-paced team. I'm very interested to see how this game goes, but I'm going to choose Houston. Very reluctantly, though.
I have Illinois going to the Final Four, so I have them winning this one.
You got Illinois. I mean, I'm not saying it.
I have Illinois on my bracket, but I'm going to go Houston. I think they're the better team.
Houston's been blowing everybody out.
Yeah, they've been playing extremely. I mean, both teams have obviously been playing extremely well to make it to this point. But I just think Houston, especially with their experienced players from last year, they're going to push through.
Friday's games. First game is St. John's at Duke. Duke is 6.5. This is a great game.
Yeah.
Duke has never won the national championship without beating St. John's in that tournament. Every one they've won, they've
5 of them, I think.
And I feel like this is going to be. I just feel like it's Duke is going to come through. St. John's, I'm just not sure. They're a team that relies a lot on second chance opportunities and not being able to they struggle sometimes creating their own offense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's how Kansas came back in the game.
Yeah, and
they're kind of like throw it at the basket, go get it, and put it in.
And
the way
they're
play,
much more of a old school Big East team.
Yeah,
which makes sense, like with Pitino, but
the way they play defense too, like they kind of just run a chaotic defense to try to speed up the other team and force turnovers. But I want to say they're a good defensive team. In my bracket, I have St. John's as well, but I'm flipping. I'm choosing Duke, and I probably will lay the 6.5.
Then I'll flip and I'll pick St. John's because I have Duke.
Okay.
Who do you have, Fern?
I have St. John's winning this game just because I hate Duke, and I actually like St. John's team. I think their big is good. He can match up with Boozer.
Duke's big is back.
Yeah, their center.
Yeah,
he
played last game.
Patrick Nabonga.
Yeah.
And there's
good,
murmurs that if they win this game, their guard, I can't remember his name.
Foster.
Right now, but yeah, he'll be back for the Elite Eight.
See, that would change everything.
It does change a lot.
That would be huge because I don't think the Caden Boozer. I don't think they're winning the national championship with him playing.
He's been playing well.
He actually has been playing okay,
but he's going to have a bad game.
He is due.
But,
he has been playing well. I agree.
But yeah, I honestly think Duke will beat him, but I'm going to go St. John's.
What about you, John?
I'm going to pick St. John's.
John going St. John's.
My heart wants St. John's. My brain says Duke.
Literally,
I'm going to pick St. John's.
Same.
Yeah.
I will say this: if Duke comes out with the same intensity that they've had the last 2 games against St. John's, they could be in trouble in that game. St. John's is better than TCU, certainly better than Siena.
How we saw Duke in the second half of that game, I think we'll see more of that. I think Shire's going to have the team ready.
Duke not scoring for 9 minutes, or it was like 8 minutes and 30. You can't do that in a Sweet 16.
Where's this game at? Philadelphia?
It's Capital One Arena.
Because I know St. John's is flying all the way back to the East Coast.
Where the
hell's San Diego?
Where's Capital One Arena?
Philly.
They're in the East bracket. Well, if it's in Philly, that's an advantage for St. John's. That's a 2-hour.
Yeah, they'll
bus over.
I mean, it'll be a pretty. I think it'll be a split crowd.
What's the next game, John?
Next game, okay. Alabama against Michigan. Michigan's, I think the line opened at 10. It's now 9.5.
Damn! Wow, I love Michigan. They're gonna roll them.
Yeah. Hard to. I mean, it makes sense.
I don't see how Bama has the size to even compete with them. That's a high spread, though. I'm personally not going to bet the game. I might do a money line ticket with Michigan and a few other teams to, try to get even odds. But Michigan 9.5. I'll lay the points right now for the show, but I'm probably not going to bet that myself.
See, I bet it against St. Louis.
Yeah.
I laid it.
I liked it against St. Louis, too, actually. I also think Bama's due for a bad game because they played kind of unbelievable these past 2
That's
games.
why I'm missing their second leading scorer, too. That's going to catch up to you.
I think... I just don't see a team. They made 19 threes in their last game.
I don't think Cadeau could guard a Phylon, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to the whole game.
Who will?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of switches.
Well, this is the thing about Lindenberg. He'll switch off and he'll guard the other team's point guard.
Exactly.
He was guarding the guy for Purdue in the championship
Smith.
game, which he didn't do a great job. But, I mean, he's versatile. I think he could also...
Phylon's a better scorer than Smith.
But if Phylon, can he score at the rim against Mara, Johnson?
No.
That's...
Yaxel, yeah.
It's not just the front.
Smith will create.
I think Alabama... It's a good game. They both play... It's going to be a high-scoring game.
Maybe.
I mean, Michigan likes to run and Alabama likes to run.
I was going to say, it depends what type of Michigan team we see. Is Michigan going to do the grit and grind type of defense to try to stop them and slow the game down? Well, I think they're going to slow the game down.
That's when they were in the Big Ten vortex, though. They like to run.
I think they're going to slow it down against Alabama because that's what Alabama wants to do. I think if they get out and run, Bama could start getting some threes up.
No, I think they should go out and run because when we were fully healthy, we blew them out by 30 by going out and running.
Yeah, I didn't know. So the same team that Michigan beat by 40, Gonzaga beat Alabama by 30. So that means we're going to beat Alabama by 70. Which is not going to happen, obviously.
Lay the
points. I mean, that's crazy.
So
I have to say this. Sorry, Faraz. Let me just say this really quick. Michigan may not win this game, but I think the tournament committee, or whatever you want to call it, selection committee, they gave Michigan a great draw.
They did.
I can't complain. This is a good matchup for. We would have got Texas Tech or Alabama. How can I complain?
Or they
could have gotten Akron or Hofstra.
Yeah.
every other Sweet 16, we've seen like they could all be games. Like I wouldn't want to see Arkansas in the Sweet 16. I wouldn't want to see St. John's as official.
See, I'd rather see like Bama than St. John's or Arkansas.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
For me.
100%.
Nevada's going to cover. I should have bet them. I wanted to.
What do you think of the game, Frost?
Nothing surprising here. No reason to overthink it. Michigan.
Okay, this is a great game. Great matchup. Michigan State against UConn, two classical teams. I think this is great.
We're gonna see a lot of yelling coaches.
This is a tough
one to pick.
I don't
What's the
know.
spread?
1.5 UConn. So it's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Michigan State.
I'll go Michigan State. Were they plus 120 then? Plus 130 with
Plus
the money
110.
line.
I'm going Michigan State just because I feel like they've played. I don't even want to say better.
Well, I
Because
think
I feel like UConn's played pretty well on balance too, but like in terms of, I don't know, I just feel like Michigan State's playing at a higher. We're seeing them sort of level up a little bit, like Cohen Carr, for example.
Exactly, they're peaking.
They're peaking. That's
Whereas
the way
to
I
me,
kind of look at it.
UConn, they're kind of. Well, I think we didn't talk about this. The recap. I was down in the Big Ten before the tournament. The Big Ten has 6 teams in the Sweet 16, so clearly, probably the best basketball conference this year. To get 6 in the final 16 is impressive.
Yeah,
It's almost 40% of the damn remaining teams.
I'm choosing. I'm probably gonna lay again. I'm gonna choose Michigan State with the money line. I kind of want to see them versus Duke for a rematch in the Elite Eight. So I'll choose.
Yeah, and Michigan State almost won that game. They choked.
And again, I don't think
God, this is a tough
UConn
game.
beat UCLA. I think UCLA imploded. And you could, pick
I
and
do
choose
think
there.
in that same spot, I don't think Michigan State implodes like that.
No,
In that,
absolutely.
they're not going to.
Tom Izzo's not gonna. I know he yells a lot, but he's not gonna get
They don't give him
foul.
tees. He's not allowed to get a tee.
He's
He
not.
doesn't get tees. He
Yeah,
steps on
that's
the
true.
court. He steps in passing lanes. It's a joke.
That's why Draymond's allowed to do whatever he wants, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you have Michigan State?
I have Michigan State.
State.
Oh shit! I got Michigan State. Yeah, if we all are on
God,
Michigan State.
I'm leaning Michigan State.
I mean, that's what it is.
I'm leaning
I
Michigan
do
State.
think exactly what you said, John. They are peaking at the right time. I feel like they're playing arguably the best in this tournament.
Yeah, they've impressed me the most. Them in Illinois.
Who did Michigan State beat in the round of 32?
Louisville.
They killed them. Well, they kind of killed
That was like a 7-point game the whole game.
Yeah,
was like 5-9.
Louisville's not that good.
But
No.
I
Louisville
was
sucks.
like, Michigan State was beating.
They were in control.
They were in
the whole time.
control. Like,
And they turned
looked-
the ball over.
They look like
a
the better
lot.
team.
They looked like the better team. Yeah.
The game was never really in doubt. Like,
Michigan State probably has the better point guard too.
Yeah, I think so. Than Ball.
I don't like Fierce at all, but
He's a good college
like
point
Fierce.
guard. Though. He's good. He's right there with a cuff and all. I mean, he's
Yeah.
one of the best. I don't like him, but
He's better
as
than
long as he doesn't
Cadeau.
kick you in the nuts, he's fine.
yeah.
God, bringing Grayson Allen over here.
Okay, last game: Tennessee against Iowa State.
I'm going Iowa State.
What's the spread?
3.5.
3.5.
3.5 Iowa.
Iowa State.
Iowa State. I'm going Tennessee money line. I think it's.
You're going Rick Barnes.
I think it's their run. I think Iowa State being without Jefferson is going to catch up to them.
Potentially, he
No,
may be playing.
He's not playing. We've all rolled our ankles playing basketball. I
The
don't.
ticker said he's a day
to day.
or he's a game time
I
decision.
mean, that's big if he plays or not. That's huge. He's their best player.
He is. Even still, if he plays, I'm going Tennessee. I think it might be their year. Iowa State, I don't know.
I like
Hey,
Otzelberger. I'm going Iowa State.
Well, I'm going. I hate Otzelberger. So
You really hate him?
Why?
He left UNLV to go to Iowa State, where he coached there for 10
He-
years, and
he-
they paid him 3 times the amount of money. What do you expect?
because
What do you
he
want?
kind of mailed it in at UNLV before. Like he'd already he knew that the job was going to open at Iowa State because they had Mike White, who was 100% getting fired because Iowa State had not. They were winless in the Big 12.
Yeah.
So like that job was 100% opening up, and there was a lot of talk that like
And he was Hoiberg's right hand man at Iowa State.
he was basically already checked out of UNLV because he knew that was the job that he was going to.
So you're the bitter X.
100%.
You admit he's a good coach, though.
No. Yes, he's a good coach.
He's a good coach.
He's
not in North Carolina.
Yeah,
he's next to North Carolina.
He's
probably, if I had to bet, I would
absolutely he's a good coach. And like he actually, we probably had the closest.
I think he fits there.
UNLV came closest to making the tournament again with him, and it was I think it was first or second year. We had Elijah Mitru Long, the point guard, and then he got hurt the last regular season game against San Jose State. And at the time, UNLV was like actually peaking, and then they lose.
See, I was a season ticket holder, and I got to watch him. I thought his teams, they played with a purpose. They played for good shots. They played hard defense. I just like if like May went to North Carolina, I would hire Otzelberger to coach Michigan.
Yeah,
I think he's a great coach.
Yeah,
I think he can just coach anywhere.
So, Faraz, as the bitter X, which way are you going?
Tennessee, of course.
Tennessee, let's go.
You got to hate Chris Beard. Then he took the job and then left before he even coached a game. He took the Texas Tech job, and then he beat up. Then he went to Texas, beat up his wife. Now he's at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
Otzelberger is a third favorite right now.
Yeah,
behind Todd Golden and Byington.
The problem with Golden too, he's got a $16 million buy.
The second one,
Todd Byington or Mark Byington.
Oh, from Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Which,
too.
he's got the team humming.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be
Dusty Mace
Otzelberger. Then, if it's not Tommy Lloyd, it'll be Otzelberger.
Billy Donovan 6th, Tommy Lloyd 7th. Long shot picks.
It's not going to be Golden.
Jay Wright, Scott Drew, and Tommy Lloyd.
$16 million is a big. I just don't think Golden fits personality wise.
Well, and they don't want it, and because of the, like I said, off court stuff recently.
Nate Oates.
The off court stuff makes a difference when you're your other sport, you're dealing with, managing PR for the football team because of Bill Belichick. So I feel like North Carolina's hire is going to be informed by that.
Yeah. So John and Fernando, y'all are going Iowa State. Me and Faraz are going Tennessee.
There you go, right down the middle.
So all we have in the Final Four?
I have Iowa State, Arizona, St. John's, and Houston.
Okay. I'm going Houston, Michigan State, Arizona, and Michigan.
Even though I switched and I picked St. John's, I'm still, my original Final Four that I picked was Duke, Illinois versus on the other side of the bracket, Michigan.
Yeah,
so
I had Kansas. My other three are still in it. I'm going to stay with them: Arkansas, Michigan, Houston. I'm gonna put St. John's in place of Kansas in my last Final Four.
Yeah, that's why I changed. I originally had UCLA going to the Final Four. I thought they were going to make a run because I heard that they were going to bring back their guys that were unhealthy.
Coming back.
We all heard rumors that they were going to come back, and they're big not playing a UConn, and then, that was the game, right? So I'm taking out my UCLA pick. I'm putting Michigan State there. But my other three picks are live: Arizona, Michigan, and Houston. And then in my finals, I have Arizona versus Houston, with Arizona winning it.
I picked UConn in my bracket, but I just picked Michigan State on the show. I don't know what to do with that game. That's a tough game. I
like Michigan State a lot.
I just like the way Michigan State's playing, and UConn to me hasn't been impressive.
They're like, I don't know, they're kind of just going through the motions for me. Caravan got hot last game, like I said, but I don't know. They're not the prior UConn teams of dominance, which obviously it's hard to replicate that. But I think Michigan. I think Michigan State's peaking right now.
This is not the Castle UConn team.
Castle, Klingon, no, not at all.
They had guys on that team. Wasn't Caravan on that team too?
Caravan was on the team.
Yeah, he's a freshman, so they were loaded.
We see Stephon Castle. He's
Rookie of the Year.
He's Rookie of the Year. He's one of the lead guards on one of the best teams in the NBA. And Klingon has finally reaching his potential. He's getting 3-4 blocks a game.
How about second or third in the league in rebounds?
Yeah, Klingon's the real deal. I was kind of low on him. I didn't know how good he'll be, but he developed the 3-point shot a little bit. The Blazers are kind of in no man's land. They're in that 10-11 range, but I like Klingon now. But anyway, so I got AZ and Houston in the final. What about you guys? Who you have in the final?
I had Duke, Michigan.
Duke, Michigan, okay.
I got Michigan, Houston.
Nice. I'm going to go AZ, Houston.
AZ Houston, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Which teams you guys have winning?
AZ.
I had Michigan win.
I had Michigan.
I think it might be Arizona's year. I think they finally get over the hump. I don't think they're the classic chokers that we've seen in previous years.
If Michigan and Arizona did play in the Final Four, that game would be in Indy.
That's a home game.
Which is a
It's a home game for Michigan.
But, I mean, I've seen Michigan State have a home national championship game against North Carolina, and they lose by 20.
Once you get that far, I think it doesn't really
I don't know if it
matter.
matters either. I kind of agree.
Because fans are going to go to Final Four no matter what, where it's at.
I don't know. I do feel like we'd be comfortable in Indiana, though.
Where do you guys rank
Oh,
this
think
March
it
Madness
matters.
compared to last year?
I think it's better than last year.
I think it's much better.
Last year, there was no upsets for us.
It's better. I mean, yeah.
There
but
was literally none.
There's practically. I mean, yeah. I guess there is.
There's been some
slightly
point
better.
spread upsets.
I don't even know if there was an overtime game last year.
No. I remember even like last second shots last year.
No, we got a couple this year. Or at least like they're close until the last couple minutes.
The only thing I remember from last year, maybe it's because I bet on the game and I lost a little bit of money, was Duke's meltdown against Houston. How they couldn't
God.
inbound the
Actually,
ball.
that was great, though.
That was players.
That was a fun.
If I would have bet Houston, I would have loved it, but I was on Duke that time. I'm winning the whole game, and then you see them implode.
couldn't make a free throw, couldn't inbound the ball.
That's players, not coaching.
I don't know. If I'm Shire, you call a timeout, you sell the players, and maybe try a different inbounder. I don't know.
Yeah.
something. You know?
Proctor sucked. He kind of lost.
I don't know.
I put most
I'm
of
going
them
back through
on.
the results, and they're at least close games.
Of last year?
Last year, the game, it was even worse. Like, the teams were, the 4-1 seeds were super. I thought they were all stacked.
Yeah, but
And they all played each other within like a basket in the Final Four.
We already have a
It was like
one seed
literally a
knocked out.
basket. What?
We already have a 1 seed knocked out.
We do. We didn't, yeah. So I think it's been a little bit more exciting.
Betting wise, I did, even though I just say I lost when I bet Duke, but last year I did pretty good betting wise. Because it was all favorites.
Well, this one's
it was
been
easy,
tough.
It was easy to
I've
to
lost
predict.
a lot of close bets.
Last
like
year-
by a point, a basket, like teams up huge. and then they
Kansas
just
was
blow
up
the
like
lead.
26, 28
I
points the
still
whole game.
can't. That
and
killed me. That really killed
I
my
think we all
bets.
had Kansas
That was
minus 14.
killer. They're up 28 points and they almost lose the game against California.
Last year had two 12-5 upsets.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
12-5, that's a 50-50
I know.
every year.
I'm just saying. But
There
like,
was only
I actually
one
think the 12s have a higher winning
Oh,
percentage.
McNeese.
It's like
Clemson,
50%.
And I forget
50.
the other one.
But it's
Colorado State versus Memphis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was,
I remember that game.
not too
I was on
crazy.
Memphis.
Well, Colorado State was a first four team,
Yeah. And they beat Memphis, right?
and they beat Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was only one
The
this
loser.
year. There was only one 5-12 upset.
Yeah.
All the 8 seats lost this year.
But I mean, see, that's not an upset.
It's not. No, it's not an upset. But them all losing. I mean, not one making it out. Like I had the hot take. Ohio State's the best 8 seed,
Nova choked.
but they all lost.
I thought the 1 seeds were better last year than this year's 1 seeds.
Well, last year,
they
I
were.
mean, Duke.
I think any one of them would have won the whole thing. This
Duke
year.
had unbelievable talent. Florida had great talent. Look at Walter Clayton. Like he was
veteran talent.
Yeah,
And same with Auburn and Houston.
yeah.
They were loaded with veteran
I don't know
players.
if Auburn would have won it this year.
They were the number 1 overall seed last year.
Yeah, but I think Duke could beat them this year. Michigan.
Well, Michigan almost
I
beat
think
them last year.
Arizona can beat them this year.
Michigan actually almost did beat them last year in the Sweet 16 with
Hey-
a way lesser team.
Hey, John, I saw some fans upset about Michigan. How you guys are a whole NIL team.
What does that even mean?
yeah, no, well, it's Michigan State complaining.
Yeah, it was actually them. It was Michigan State to be specific. They were complaining that
They're mad because we
Essentially
bought
bought your
players, but
team.
It's like what?
Who isn't?
Well, as Dusty May said, they hired me to do the
Well,
job.
as
This
compared
is what
to-
we're supposed to do. I mean, I don't. And don't Michigan State brought in guys? They just sucked.
Well,
They
as
brought in
compared to
NIL
Michigan
guys, they
State,
didn't work out. I don't know
Their
what to
5
tell you.
starters are all Michigan State grown, so they're upset that Michigan, their starting 5, didn't originate in Michigan. That's kind of the argument. That's what I saw. I thought it was kind of funny.
But that just tells you how much college basketball has changed.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Final Four, North Carolina State's coach just went to the Final Four. Now he's in the studio. He's a studio analyst.
and can
Yeah, they
and
can flip
quickly.
on you on a dime.
Well, that's what I've learned about these games. They could play these games back. Like if Florida replays Iowa, they probably win like 7 out of 10.
yeah.
Florida,
I would say even 8.
maybe 8.
But I mean, that's
It's basketball.
That's the
And
beauty of the
tournaments can go on,
NCAA
yeah.
tournament. You
Yeah.
know, like is that you can. It's just one game.
I will say though, there are some great. These are high profile matchups, Sweet 16 powerhouse teams. These should be
fun.
better games.
Yeah, I agree. They're
I
going to be
hope
fun
so.
to watch.
I hope so.
Oh, the crazy fun fact I was saying prior to the show. So NCAA tournament, 1 seeds are now 0-2 all time after playing and defeating a team by 50-plus points. Funny enough, the last team to beat in the first round, beat a team by 50-plus points was against Prairie View. Kansas beat Prairie View 110-52, then lost to the 8 seed Rhode Island. That was in 1999.
Rhode Island?
Lamar Odom.
Yeah, and then the next team, which we just saw, this past weekend, Florida killed Prairie View and then lose to Iowa. So
See, I don't think they're talking about Jay Wright.
No, I don't think Jay Wright.
I don't think Jay Wright comes out of retirement for that.
I don't think he would.
I don't think he's. I think he's just done.
Why would he have left Nova to just come back to North Carolina?
He was rolling at Nova.
I know. He had a powerhouse there.
I'd rather be at Villanova than North Carolina.
It's crazy. The brand. I do feel like North
He beat
Carolina
North Carolina.
did.
The
And
Reds
I-
are
yeah,
I
better.
hate them.
North Carolina, they have
Oh, they
taken
did
a
beat
hit
them.
in their brand a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm a LeBron guy, so I can't. I have to root against North Carolina from time to time.
there we go.
So I just like North Carolina because I hate Duke so much. They're
I
the only-
actually like North Carolina.
like when they play, I always
Yeah,
root for Carolina over Duke.
I like North Carolina.
Speaking of Duke, John, your fun fact of how they've always beat St. John's to win the championship, it was in 1990, 91, 92, 2000, 2001, 09, 10, and then 14, 15. So it is 5 championships.
And
Duke
but
has.
and what were those? Were those like second round matchups though? I mean, most of them probably were.
I mean, this tweet doesn't specify,
Yeah.
but they were all essentially blowouts.
Yeah. So
78-61, 91-81, 91-59, 80-71. This one was a close game, 77-68, not that close. But so we'll see what happens this year. Duke may reign infamous if they, follow through and beat St. John's, or St. John's could be the David in this and beating Goliath.
this one on paper though, Duke's only a 6.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
So you would think it'd be somewhat close.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But yeah, fair, you said, they didn't have Rick Pitino on those St. John's teams.
Exactly.
Rick
they
Pitino's
did.
a different beast. He is Satan
Well, no,
himself.
Louis Carnesecca is a great coach. You
Yeah.
guys don't know who he is. He's a Hall of Famer. But he was old.
It's not Rick Pitino.
He was old back then.
Yeah, no. Rick Pitino actually might say he's better than him.
Hmm.
Louis
I can't
Carnesecca was a
imagine him
great.
saying that.
I can't see Rick Pitino saying that. He's kind of insane.
No, but
but he's one of those guys. He does pay respect.
he would have a lot of respect for Louis
Yeah.
Carnesecca. He won. He was the guy that lost to
UNLV.
Georgetown. He had Mullen at St. John's, and Georgetown had Patrick Ewing. He's a great coach. It's just,
Both are really good schools.
and the thing I like about Louis Carnesecca, he wasn't a crook. He didn't pay guys. He wasn't cheating.
Have you guys
He was
seen
straight
that?
up.
A lot of coaches did that back in the day, though. I don't know. It's hard for me to believe who was actually
He wasn't
playing the
guys.
right. Are you sure?
I've never heard of any. Have you heard of any
No.
scandal with Louis
Okay.
Carnesecca? I mean, he's pretty like Calipari. He was paying guys
Yeah.
at UMass,
Yeah.
and he's paying guys now. Like everywhere he's been, he's paid guys.
He's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah. So, and Ohio State has had another criminal arrested on their football team, a defensive back. He admitted to
Killing.
bank robberies.
Bank robberies.
Bank robberies. Yeah, he stole he
Didn't
robbed.
someone kill their girlfriend or something?
Yeah,
What is this, Heat?
Jerry and Lee, the linebacker. Yeah, it's Ohio State.
Are you serious? Bank robberies?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes.
This dude's running the town in real life.
It's crazy.
This is
Yeah.
awesome.
It's crazy.
How have I not heard about this? Faraz, you want to bring back up later in the show Vegas potentially getting a team, according to you, even though it's essentially all set in stone?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely not set in stone.
It's set in
but
stone.
it's
We're getting a team.
It's on. It's the worst kept secret that it's going to happen.
What does it come down to? The owners vote?
Yes, and they've approved that.
Why
to
wouldn't they vote
explore-
yes?
I thought they all voted already.
yeah,
today.
they
This is
voted-
to explore Vegas and Seattle specifically as markets. Because I think at the end of the day, they also are going to want to know what the entrance fee is going to be. That's the biggest
I
thing.
thought it was like $8 billion, isn't it?
I saw 5 to 10 billion, I think.
Yeah, so
Or 7 or 12 billion.
Whatever.
7 billion.
That's insane. Yeah, that is wild. That those are numbers that are being.
But
thrown
if you're
around.
like the Microsoft guy and you're in Seattle, that's nothing.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for perspective, when the Golden Knights were coming here to Vegas, the expansion fee for the NHL at the time was $500 million, which that's not a small amount of money.
Well, one, it's hockey, but two,
But the
the value that
valuations
Vegas
have
has
blown up.
grown in the last 10 years
Yeah.
since we got the hockey team, it's been crazy.
well, and also sports teams, the valuations of these sports franchises, they're just make believe at this point now. Like now, it's just they're skyrocketing.
Yeah.
So like when you the Lakers are worth $10 billion or whatever. Like, it's hard to even visualize what that money even looks like.
Yeah.
It's not even real.
It's not even, yeah. So, I mean, I feel like that is going to...
Yeah,
it is going to end up... Yeah. I mean, it is going to happen to where Vegas and Seattle end up, being the next two franchises in the NBA, which means I would guess Memphis and Minnesota move east. New Orleans and Minnesota.
I've seen Minnesota, Memphis,
two of those
New
three.
Orleans. Two of those three, yeah.
I feel like Minnesota should stay in the West.
No, I think they should go east because the star power, and in the east East needs more star power.
Well, they're not going to make
Minnesota's
a decision. They're not going to make a decision though off of wherever the team is situated right now.
Hasn't Minnesota always been in the West though?
Yeah, but now
it was kind of back and forth. I mean, they've been
when you mention
it was the
Minnesota,
Lakers back in the day.
All their regional rivals are in the East.
They make total sense.
You have
Central.
You have Milwaukee Bulls, all of them are there.
Perfect sense.
So it would
Cavs. It's all in that Central. It wouldn't be a big deal to go from.
But I feel like if you do Memphis, it would make sense to do Memphis and New Orleans.
Yes, because they're instant with each other.
But
and you could put them with the Hawks,
Magic, Southeast,
Miami,
Southeast Division. So
exactly.
That's how I feel like
either way, I don't think it
makes
bad.
sense.
Yeah, either way you could go. It's just preference at that point.
And we get to see an expansion.
Just a little NBA preview.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that'll play out.
That'll be fun.
Who do you guys have winning the NBA Finals just right now?
As an unbiased pick, no, I'm just
Lakers.
I don't think the Knicks are going to make it.
What do you think, Faraz? Or for
Spurs?
I like the Spurs too for some reason.
It's hard for me to say. I mean, I like the Spurs as well, but I have no reason to not pick the Thunder again.
And even though the Spurs beat the Thunder, 4 out of 5 times?
Playoffs.
That's what it's like what the Celtics did to your Knicks, and then your Knicks dismantled the Celtics.
Totally different.
Playoffs
are different.
Series is a totally different battle.
I would love the Spurs to win, as my heart says I would love the Spurs to win it all, but no, I gotta choose the Thunder. Can't count out the Nuggets though. I can see the Nuggets still winning. They still have the size to play against the Thunder.
But anytime you have the best player on the floor, you have a chance.
Out east is really a crapshoot. I could be the biased side. I'll choose Celtics, but I'm gonna say your Knicks. I'm actually going to say your Knicks.
It's established that the Celtics are pretty scared and frightened of the Knicks.
They're going to back into the playoffs. So the chance of the one seed still.
You want to say the Cavs, Fernando?
Yeah, I'll pick Cavs.
I feel like the Cavs are losing in first round against the Hawks.
I hate to say this. I don't think the East even matters.
No.
I kind of agree. I kind of don't think it matters.
I think it's whoever wins between Denver, San Antonio. The only caveat I'll say of the East, the Celtics, I wouldn't count them out. They have won the title.
So yeah, you just beat the Thunder tonight.
I couldn't count them out, but I still don't think they'll. I don't think they'll beat them in the finals for some reason. I don't think the Pistons have a chance. I don't think the Knicks have a chance.
What did you guys think of that goat movie? Did you see it? The basketball movie?
I did not see it. What's that about?
It's like this goat who wants to play basketball. And
it's an actual goat?
Yeah.
Oh,
God. So Bud with the goat. Did you guys see Brady throw the ball still?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He could play now.
If Phillip Rivers could play,
he easily play.
Brady could probably play.
Still. Yeah, he'd still be fine.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers looked okay.
I think Brady would still be better than probably 2/3 of the quarterback starters. Maybe that's being conservative. Maybe more.
Back to the NBA real quick, though. I got to talk the Rockets real quick. Ever since this Durant scandal with his tweets getting leaked, his DMs, the Rockets have not looked like the same team. They were already on the downturn prior to the All-Star break, but since then, they are 5-5 in the last 10. It's not horrendous, but they just lost to the Bulls 3 nights ago. They were down by 20 in the first quarter. They ended up making the game and only losing by 9. But if you lose to the Bulls when the Bulls are trying to be bad, the Rockets are going to be a first-round exit. That's my little hot take for the show. Timberwolves haven't looked great either. Speaking of your Lakers, Fair, they have jumped up to the 3rd seed.
Yeah, they're hot.
DeBoer Luka is playing like the best player in the NBA right now.
Yeah, he should have won MVP.
Did you guys see Moody's knee?
Oh God, he's Sean Livingston himself.
Yeah.
His knee,
it literally was it was like Sean Livingston all over again.
But Livingston went through the skin. This was like
Yeah, it looked like it caved in.
Yeah.
Soda can.
But I'm just saying, like in terms of just
And it
like
was non-contact.
well,
Man,
that's
that's
Livingston and the same. Like,
It was non-contact.
on a breakaway. On a breakaway, it looks like they're just going for a dunk, and then leg explodes.
It's rough.
LeBron they just collided into each other. Now he's in for a layup.
Yeah, they've been playing well.
Is this his last year in the Lakers?
No, I think he's actually coming back.
I don't think he's coming back.
I was convinced he wasn't until recently.
They are 9-1 in their last 10. Actually, Spurs are 9-1 in their last 10. So are the Thunder. What?
Who's the lone loss for the Lakers?
I don't know. I gotta look it up.
They just
lost.
lost.
They did. Okay, I didn't see that.
Jenkins went off.
They're 10-1 in their last 11.
I will say that for the East. I think Boston's the only team that can win the championship from the East. So you can't count them out.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I don't think they have the same role players that they had when they won the title.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're missing a Drew Holiday. We're missing a Porzingis.
Those guys were big that year, though.
Well, yeah.
In some games, they
you
were
are able to argue.
big.
You are able to argue. I think it was game one. Porzingis had like 15 points in one quarter.
Game, yeah.
And just from that quarter, it was done.
They each had like a game.
Yeah.
Where they won a series. Where they won one game in the series.
Now, Pritchard stepped up. Pritchard is
Who's the fourth best player on Boston?
The fourth? I would say Pritchard.
Man, that team's going to the playoffs? Incredible.
But see, that's a problem, though, because in the championship team, what was he, the eighth guy?
Well, no, he was the sixth man.
Okay, but that's...
But, I mean, it's 2 years later. He's improved his game. Derek White.
It's that outrageous to say. Like, if he's your fourth best player, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, though?
As a
little guards.
A spark.
No, he's not. He's still not starting. He's still coming off the bench.
Who's the fourth best starter?
Taco
Fall. I don't know.
Taco Fall hasn't played with the Celtics in a very long time, Fernando.
Because it's White, it's Brown,
Tatum.
top three.
So
who's the fourth guy?
Who did you say?
Taco Fall.
Kata starts at the 5. Kata's been playing actually really well.
Fine.
I wouldn't say he's the fourth best player because it just depends on the lineup.
Fifth?
Well, Hauser starts some games.
Oh, God, that's what I was looking for.
Hauser starts?
The Sam Hauser.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great...
The championship.
Duncan Robinson starts on your team. It's the same role. You have the...
We're not winning championship.
Okay, but you have the token...
proving my point.
But every team has a token three-point shooter that all they do is...
You got to bring it up.
They're not winning the championship, but they're definitely beating the Knicks.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
If Hauser's healthy.
If Hauser's playing.
If he's out.
Then just...
No, but anyway, serious note. Sometimes Gonzalez plays. Sometimes Shireman plays. Joe Mazzulla kind of wrote... I don't agree.
Yeah.
But...
I'm talking winning the
I should say I do agree. But it just depends on the matchup. Joe Mazzulla is not afraid to roll out that random...
I'm not saying Boston hasn't had a great season. I'm talking about winning. The Pistons have had a great season.
The Cavaliers start a Sam Merrill sometimes. They're
not going to win the championship.
Sorry, Max Strus, but I mean, we've seen this. If you have a guy that just shoots threes to spread the floor and play mediocre defense, that's fine. I mean, there's...
And winning a title?
Except I can't think of a player that does that on a title-winning team.
That's what I'm saying.
Mike
Miller, I'm not talking about...
Well, I mean...
It's okay if you don't win the championship.
There was a Danny Green.
Only one team wins a title. I mean,
there was a Danny Green that won with the Spurs, and he was the starting shooting guard for those championship Spurs teams.
Danny Green's a little bit better than Sam Hauser.
He's way better that year. He was awesome.
What about Mike Miller and Shane?
Danny Green was amazing.
We could look at...
These guys are better than Sam Hauser.
I'm not... okay, he is better, but I'm not saying it's that astronomically different. I would say it's more marginal.
That year, Danny Green was better. I remember that season. He was awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was able to play a little bit more defense, but he was strictly a three-point shooter.
He's a 3-and-D guy from the get-go.
And he's won, three championships, but I wouldn't say it's that drastic.
KCP's better than Hauser, though.
Yeah.
Way better.
These guys are lottery picks.
Hey, that championship year, Danny Green averaged 11 points a game.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
I'm just saying 11, and Sam Hauser averages what 10 a game. It's not that different.
Yeah, but the points aren't the same. Impact. It's the impact of the game.
Oh, I know. There's more to it. I'm just looking at one aspect. But
like there will be moments in the playoffs. You're right about Duncan Robinson where he can't be on the floor.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. And
Danny Green has never been that type of player.
No, there was. The Spurs ran an 11-man lineup. There's games where Danny Green only got 10 minutes because
I'm not talking about his team. I'm talking about we're guarding the other.
We're talking about 13 years ago, but Danny Green was. He's a player that he was a 3-and-D guy for.
If the Celtics had that Danny Green, Mills. I think they might win the championship.
Yeah.
What about Patty Mills or Dante Jones?
Patty Mills is a point guard, kind of a.
And also, he wasn't a starter.
And Dante Jones.
I didn't know Hauser started.
No, he doesn't all the time. It's just random.
bad.
It depends on the matchup. That's why I'm
So,
saying.
like game one of the
It's a big
playoffs, who would the
place for the
Celtics start?
It depends who we're playing against. It depends on the matchup.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't be
it's gonna be like
surprised if
Heat or the
every
Hawks,
game in like say a 7-game series, there's a different
Charlotte
player at that shooting guard spot. It could be Hauser one game. It could be
Well, that's
it could be
a
Gonzalez.
championship. Then I've never seen an NBA team win a championship with a rotating two guard. Have you a championship team? Well, the Bulls weren't rotating Michael Jordan out. The Pistons didn't rotate Joe Dumars out as a starter. He started every game.
The Heat made
Richard Hamilton started every game.
Again,
Kobe started every
the
game.
Heat didn't win it, but he made a run with a rotating shooting guard as well when they were sometimes playing Hayward Highsmith or sometimes playing. It was when they were the.
I'm talking about winning.
But those guys are
All right,
not.
but there's
I-
that's all I'm talking about.
There's only one team that wins every year. Like, all right,
No, but I'm
apples to
saying with a
oranges.
rotation of a.
It's apples to oranges. It's different. The Celtics probably aren't winning it. They're most likely not. I would say they have less than 5% chance.
I was asking you to try to figure out their team. 'Cause now, the more you're telling me, if Hauser and like even Pritchard are that, if you're having to rely on them, I don't think they're going to.
Pritchard comes off the bench now because that's what we need him to do because we have the ball handling of Tatum back. But with White, Brown, and Tatum, they could. I mean, you could put that three up with almost any other.
Does
three.
Garza still play a lot?
Not really.
No.
With Vooch being injured right now, he has been playing more. I saw the other day he only played like 14 minutes, but he had like 20 points in 14 minutes. So Garza's been playing fine. Like he's going to last in the NBA another handful of seasons. Like Joe Mazzulla has kind of helps him out.
He's already been in the NBA. How long?
Probably 5 seasons. So I would say he's
an NBA player.
Probably a decade-long player.
Can we just go back to the hot take of the Celtics, being in contention for DeBonsa and Peterson and Boozer? It's probably that's like the most ice cold take possible.
A year ago, Faraz, if you would have told me Tatum was coming back in March, I would have said no.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's back.
I am surprised he's back, but I don't think that they were ever going to just bottom out. Be bad.
They would have had to have more injuries.
Yeah, I would only say they would have been a top 5 worst team in the league if Jaylen Brown got hurt for a couple months.
If Brown missed like 2 months, then
and every year it seems like he misses a couple months, but this year he's been very healthy. And somebody that does not get talked about in MVP talks, I don't think Brown will win it, but he's in top 4 in NBA talks.
I actually agree
MVP
with that.
talks.
I agree.
I've always been a Jaylen.
I think Jaylen Brown. I think
he's the best player on the team.
Maybe
right now he is. He's
SGA probably is getting the MVP, but I think Jaylen Brown should be number 2. Right after that. No. I mean, Wemby might. Luka, no. I'd say Luka definitely not. Wemby, kind of. I can see the
Who
argument.
is the favorite to win the MVP right now?
Shea, and then Jokic is number 2.
I firmly have Jaylen Brown as number 2.
And Kate's number 3. I think Luka or Wemby's 4, and then the others 5. Like Jaylen Brown's not. Jaylen Brown doesn't even get talked about in MVP talks in top 5 right now.
I would say
he's playing unbelievable.
The top 3 are SGA, Brown, and Wemby.
I hope SGA doesn't win.
Luka, the only reason is that the Lakers, if you remember, the Lakers' first 30% of their season, they were kept afloat not because of Luka, but because Austin Reeves was blowing up. He was like. Austin Reeves was an MVP candidate for the first third of his season.
Yeah, I would say he was an all-star candidate, but yeah.
But like in terms of, if you just take the first third of the season, he was playing at an MVP level in terms of just like, holy crap, what is this guy's
how you finish.
It's how you finish. After that, he hasn't been. The Celtics have just they've been overachieving and been good all season long, and Jaylen Brown's the reason.
Well, Mazzulla's done a great job.
I'm just saying we're talking about MVP, but like Jaylen Brown is the reason.
100%. No,
100%. He is the reason the Celtics are in contention. I mean, they're not going to be the first seed, but they are.
They still could.
They're going to.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
Yeah, but like with Cade being out, they could take over the 1 seed. I don't see it happening though.
The numbers, the schedule just doesn't line up. It doesn't favor.
John, what's your NBA Finals? You're the only one that does it.
I'll probably go Celtics Spurs with the Spurs winning it.
Yeah. I would hate it, but I'm probably going to lean Thunder.
Yeah,
I'll take Thunder winning. They are the favorite, obviously.
Yeah, they probably. I like Wemby. I think it would be cooler to see. I like watching the Spurs more than watching SGA
Yeah.
The
Flop
NBA,
and
the
dive
NBA refs
I don't want to
definitely.
shoot free throws in the finals.
The way the NBA set up, it definitely favors the way the Thunder play. I mean, we've seen it. The way they play defense, they would put hands on the offensive guys, and then
Yeah.
if you breathe on Shea, he gets free throws.
He does get to the line
It is sickening.
inordinate amount of times. But that wraps up this segment of Club Rats. My name is John.
Faraz.
Fernando.
We see you guys next week. I'm Jesiah. Peace.
Peace.